after he allegedly tried to pose as an undercover officer in order to avoid a background check. The whole thing apparently started recently when
I'm an FBI agent, trust me. I am an FBI agent, yes, 100%. Everybody get your Florida count ready, because there's probably going to be about 5,000 Florida moments in this one.
Hey everyone, Nigel and Luke here, and welcome to Crime Zone. Well,
it has been a while since we watched some dumb criminals, so I'm very excited to get back into these. Let's go.
As hard as it is to believe, we are now at the tail end of 2024. If you've been tuning into the channel for a while now, then it's time for another quarterly installment of Dumbest Criminals, our compilation series.
I saw something
happen
happen to your account.
Dumbest criminals and crime stories that we've covered so far in a given year on Crimes of the Week.
Oh my God, is this the... For those that don't know, this particular moment right here, I'm going to tell you about it.
So far in a given year.
What happened in this one is somebody dressed up. This is like a really nice car. Like, I'm talking like, I think it's like a Rolls Royce. However you turn up. And he dressed up in a bear costume and proceeded to rip apart their car and tried to file an insurance claim. Dressed up as a bear. Ain't no way you're that stupid. Yep, they tried it up. They tried it. I saw that, Crayon. I hope it gets fixed soon. That's really, really dumb.
You're on Crimes of the Week. One thing to keep in mind is that these segments have not been edited since they appeared in their respective lists. So minor details and things like specific charges may have been updated.
It's like one of my favorite crimes ever.
Also, if you like these videos, be sure to let us know in the comments section below. And don't forget to look out for another one of these videos later in the week, covering stories exclusively from the international edition of our show. With that out of the way,
Alberto, I would not even consider that as a smart attempt. It wasn't a smart attempt at all. It was stupid. There's no way that anybody's gonna get away with that. Why would you think I was gonna work for a second?
Hey, let's get into it.
Oh my God. All right, here we go, guys. Florida woman. Ain't no way the first one's Florida. No. I put it up there. Florida count 1. Oh my God. You can't make this up, chat. You can't make this up. The first one is already Florida, chat. That is wild. That is wild.
Authorities in Pinellas County, Florida say that a local woman spent the night in jail last week and is now facing misdemeanor charges after a dispute over a takeout order turned her Saturday pizza night into a Saturday pizza fight. According to reports, the whole thing started around 1:30 a.m. on October 5th when the woman in question, 22-year-old Ricky Hawley, ordered from her local Domino's pizza in the city.
Ricky Hawley? Did they say Ricky Hawley? Oh, I just look like Ricky Hawley. Whoa. I don't care what they say about him anyway. I don't care about that. Oh, I just look like Ricky Hawley. Bruh. Call with the Weezer cover band. I got you. I got you guys. Oh my God. No. So imagine, chat, we walk into a Domino's and you ask for your pizza to give it to you and it's got pineapple on it and you're just like, you put pineapple on my pizza? Imagine, chat. You fight over putting pineapple on your pizza. Ain't no way.
Petersburg. It appears the delivery went as planned. However, the problem started when Holly apparently sat down to enjoy her food, only to realize the pie she had ordered was cold and uncut. Now, admittedly, I think this would make most people angry, but according to reports, it pushed Holly over the edge. She drove straight down to the store, where she proceeded to go into a full-blown rage on the staff there. One which allegedly included her breaking one of the store's phones and throwing the allegedly cold and uncut pizza.
Over
a pizza. Were called to the scene, Holly was
You're gonna lose your mind over a pizza. Wait, let's read this. Willfully and maliciously injure or damage real or personal property of one another. The defendant was upset because her pizza was delivered to residents cold and uncut. She arrived at a physical store, which time a verbal altercation ensued The defendant flung the pizza box in the air, damaging the property in the process. What the f? It's his pizza. Chill the f out. Oh, okay, they f***ed up. You're gonna go in and just like, you f***ed up my pizza. You f***ed up. And now, you're gonna pay for it. Nobody f***s up my pizza on my watch. Florida people, guys.
Arrested and charged with criminal mischief. After spending the night in jail, she was released, though has been ordered to stay away from her local Domino's.
Imagine getting banned by Domino's shop. Is it just me or does criminal mischief not sound like a bad thing at all? Wait, you tried to smuggle turtles? What?
Federal authorities in Vermont say that a 41-year-old Chinese
Smuggled
woman
turtles?
is facing a lengthy prison sentence, as well
They
as a hefty
crushed and
fine
scored
this week
alone, man.
after she pleaded guilty to trying to smuggle more than 24 of a protected species of turtle across the U.S.-Canada border in quite the ridiculous fashion. The whole thing started sometime on the morning of June 28,
Imagine smuggling turtles, chat.
2024, when the woman in
Imagine
question,
smuggling
41-year-old
turtles.
Wan Ying, was caught red-handed as she carried out the plot. After renting an Airbnb near the town of Canaan, Vermont, she reportedly blew up an inflatable boat on the shore of Lake Wallace, which she then loaded up with 29 eastern box turtles. She apparently planned to meet up and hand off the reptiles to her husband and one other person, who had
What?
started paddling out into the middle of the
Wait,
lake.
wait, what did they do with turtles? Like, why did they steal them? Are they worth money? Like, why would they do that?
On the Canadian side in Quebec. Eng was arrested by Border Patrol agents who found the turtles individually wrapped in socks. Her husband and the other alleged accomplice, meanwhile, were captured by officers with the RCMP.
Are they making, like,
Based
turtle
on
soup?
communications between Eng and her husband, which were found on her phone, authorities established that she was planning to smuggle the protected turtles back into Canada, where she was living at the time, before taking them back to her native Hong Kong. Once
What the
there, she's hoping to sell them on the lucrative Chinese black market, where they normally sell for around $1,000 each. Eng
$1,000 each? $1,000 each? Chat, I suddenly had to go. I know some turtles that live around me. I gotta go, chat. No connected reason. I'll see you later. See you later. Yeah, ancient Chinese medicine must be f***ing wild. What does the turtle do? What does it have inside of it? Like crack? That's insane.
Imagine if they tried to smuggle snapping turtles. Guess they wouldn't be passing the smuggling torch anytime
Yeah,
soon.
seriously. Oh my god, what properties does the turtle actually have? What quality does the turtles have that it's so lucrative on the Chinese market? That is
pleaded
wild.
guilty to a smuggling charge on October 11th and is now awaiting sentencing.
Wow.
According to reports, she's looking at a maximum of up to 10 years in prison, as well as a fine of up to $250,000.
10 years. $250,000 over turtles? Over turtles. You got 10 years in jail and a $250,000 fine over turtles. That's actually wild. Well, guys, don't mess with wildlife because you will actually get screwed over. Wow, that's crazy. Jeez Louise. Oh my god.
If you're a regular viewer of our Crimes of the Week series,
Yeah, hold
then
up on
you
the
might remember
turtle
that back in
business.
July of this year, we brought you a strange story out of the community of Lealman, Florida. It was here during
Of
a
course.
vehicle search following a traffic stop that police found a not so conspicuously hidden cache of narcotics. The bag was literally labeled "bag of drugs." Now, at the time, that
Ain't no way. There's definitely absolutely no drugs in here, sir. I promise. Even though it says bag full of drugs, there's nothing in here. Yeah, honestly, I put like flour in there or something, or like oregano. That'd be really, really funny. Oh my god, this is not real. This is not real.
That was one of the most ridiculous things that we'd come across in a while.
Oh,
However,
yeah, absolutely.
as you know, these stories tend to have a way of one-upping themselves. Case in point, our final installment on today's list, and our latest nominee for our very
No way they have a bag that says bag not full of drugs.
Hall of Criminal Geniuses.
No way.
According to reports, it all started on October 9th when a Portland police officer pulled over 35-year-old Reginald Reynolds and 37-year-old Mia Begenstos, who were traveling in a 1994 Ford Taurus.
Please don't tell me they have a bag that says not full of drugs.
After finding more than a generous amount of probable cause, the officer decided to conduct a vehicle search. That search turned up this little beauty. As I'm sure you guessed by the...
No way! No way! No! No way I guessed that! No! No way, no way. You cannot make this up. And they actually put the drugs in it. Oh my God, I hate humanity. I hate humanity, chat. This is the bottom of the barrel, chat. I'm done, chat. I'm done. The stream's over. Cut the stream. No way. This cannot be real. This cannot be real. Nobody's gonna search my bag that says, definitely not a bag full of drugs. Imagine if we filled a bag that says, definitely not a bag full of drugs with drugs. There's certainly nobody would look into that, right, chat? Absolutely not. No way. I can't believe it.
That bag definitely was a bag full of drugs. In fact,
look how much
it contained
is in
about
there.
half a pound of meth. As a result, Reynolds and Begenstos...
Okay, fucking Walter White, chill out.
Some damn dignity. We know you ain't playing with a full deck by turning to crime, but marking evidence for the police.
Yeah,
Dang,
literally
what has
half
this
a
generation
pound.
come to? They might as well hand out sentences for being idiots.
Look, they straight up were like, Walter White out here with half a pound of meth. Wait, okay. But quick question. I'm not ever going to know the answer to this. So let me ask you, chat. How much is that worth? Like, I don't know what people sell it for, right? But how much is half a pound of methamphetamine actually worth? Because that's got to be like a lot of money, I think, right? That's crazy.
Were arrested and are now facing a number of felony counts, most of which are related to drug trafficking. Now, I should say, as stupid as it is to get cute like this with
I heard from somebody $5,000, on the download.
felony quantity of methamphetamine.
Yes, okay, guys, just go ahead. Do me a favor, just check your guide on how much illegal drugs work. Okay, just do that really quick. Thank you.
Reynolds and Begenstos would by no means have gotten away scot-free without the very obviously labeled bag of drugs. They were also apparently carrying a large amount of cash on their persons, as well as a handgun, drug paraphernalia, and
do not Google that, please.
Additionally,
let me make that clear, guys. Do not Google how much it is.
The reason they were pulled over in the first place is that the car they were driving was allegedly stolen.
It is to buy.
Possession of a stolen vehicle is one of the many charges they are now facing.
Oh, wow. They stole a vehicle, too. They did a lot of bad.
Authorities in Cincinnati, Ohio say that an elderly woman is facing charges this week after she allegedly...
Of course, chat. First we have Florida, now we have Ohio. You know where it is, chat. It's either in Florida or Ohio. We know this from going to Ohio and Elden Ring. It's either Florida or Ohio every time.
Shot and killed a man while she claims they were fooling around with a gun. The whole thing began shortly before 8 p.m. on October 20th when police received a 911 call from 77-year-old Kathleen Geiger. Geiger stated that someone had been shot and that they needed help right away. When authorities arrived at the scene, a residence on the 2700 block of East Tower Drive, they found the victim, 58-year-old Arthur Osborne. He had sustained a single gunshot wound somewhere between his hip and groin area. And
are you literally telling me that he was like, wouldn't it be funny, haha, if you shot me? And she's like, you're right. Pew. Is that literally just what just happened? Wouldn't it be so funny if you fired this gun? Oh my God, that would be so funny. Let me do it. That's
pronounced
crazy.
Dead at the scene. Upon being asked what had happened,
she shot him in the
reportedly said that she had accidentally shot Arthur. She claimed that while they were, quote, engaged in harmless banter, Arthur had, quote, jokingly requested that she shoot him. She stated that she didn't think her gun was loaded, so she pulled the trigger. Geiger was arrested and has now been charged with reckless homicide. In a statement following the incident, prosecutors said that Geiger's claim that she didn't think the gun was loaded was beside the point. They argued at her arraignment, quote, "Everyone who possesses a firearm has a responsibility to do it responsibly. You never point a firearm at anything and pull the trigger unless you intend to destroy it."
That's like rule number 1. You never, ever face or point a gun at something unless you plan to pull the trigger.
In humanity. Darwin must have made a mistake somewhere in
right
his
here
theory.
is natural selection, chat. I really hope that she did not actually mean to shoot him. I hope that she's actually like genuinely like very upset by the fact that this happened, because that is actually insane. Right, exactly. This is why, like, I don't like to get political, but I think we need more like stuff to regulate like gun things. Like, you should have to keep your bullets and your gun in like separate places locked up. There should be more regulation, because stuff like this happens, and it's really sad. It's really sad.
The defendant pointed a firearm at someone and pulled the trigger, resulting in their death. There also appears to be some question as to how long it was before Geiger called for help between when the fatal shot was fired and when Arthur actually died.
Oh no!
In sources we came across, police stated that she eventually provided medical aid and made the emergency call, suggesting that there was some delay. How this factors
no, she let him like bleed out. What
into the though remains to be seen.
Oh, that's so sad. If she actually let him bleed out, that is really up. Oh my God. I feel so bad for that man and the rest of his family. I mean, she shot him in the pee-pee, so I'm sure she hit a lot of stuff down there, you know? Wow, that is so sad. Oh, sevens. Oh, here we go. Let's go to Sweet Home Alabama.
An Alabama man apparently decided to add a splash of color to what was already a bizarre situation this week after he allegedly threatened to blow up a retail store, only to be taken into custody with what appeared to be marker all over his face. The whole thing began sometime shortly before 10 a.m. on October 9th.
At an Ulta? What? You're going to blow up an Ulta? How dare you not have my makeup? I was looking for that specific mascara. I'm gonna blow you all up. Are you serious? You don't have my blush shade? You're going down. I know. This is my moment. Because I'm about to go plus Ulta. That's right. You think that you're not gonna carry my makeup? Well, check this out. I'm running straight in, and I'm gonna pull this trigger. It's time to go plus Ulta! That's our job! Plus Ulta! Yeah! Bro, ain't no way.
When police were called to an Ulta beauty store at a shopping plaza in the city of Opelika,
I cannot believe this.
Dispatchers were told that an employee at the business was out front when they overheard something alarming. A man who was standing right outside the doors, later identified as 42-year-old Timothy Vincent Lincoln, was reportedly on the phone and was making disturbing threats. At one point, he allegedly stated,
that's
quote,
very serious.
"I'm going to blow this shit up," causing the employee to run back inside and warn her coworkers. As employees and customers scrambled out to safety, police arrived and placed Lincoln
at an Ulta. You decided you're going to try to blow somebody up.
Under arrest. When they did, he was apparently covered in what appeared to be colorful marker, which he had drawn on his face and beard with. It's not clear.
Well, is this like war paint or something? Like, is he doing like a summoning for Cthulhu? Like, what is this? It looks like war paint. Like, what does this say? INRI? Well, what is this? INRI was what was on the cross. Jesus was crucified on. Oh, so this was like some kind of like religious thing.
When
of course
he did this, or where he got the materials that he used. While most of the circumstances surrounding...
Oh, wait a second. He's got like the barbed wire here. Maybe he was trying to like do a crown of thorns. Like maybe he was trying to recreate something in the Bible or something. I don't know. Some kind of religious thing though.
Situation currently remain a mystery. What we do have is a picture of Lincoln's strange mugshot. The 42-year-old is now charged with making a terroristic threat in the first degree. If convicted, he reportedly faces up to 10 years in prison. He has also been banned from Ulta beauty stores for life.
What a surprise. Oh, I think I dropped something down here. What is this? Oh my god, it's a subscribe button. Wow. Well, since we're here, guys, if you're enjoying the video, don't forget, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. It helps me a ton. Okay, back to the video. Oh, Florida count number 2, chat.
Polk County, Florida say that a 29-year-old Uber Eats driver has been arrested and is facing charges this week, more than a month after an unhinged incident in which she allegedly blatantly stole from a customer and then attacked them when they tried to get her to stop. The whole thing started shortly before
Your Chipotle is mine. It's mine.
Midnight on September 12th, when the victim in question, identified only as a woman from the city of Davenport, got a late-night hankering for some fast food. After placing an order on Uber Eats, she patiently waited for her food to arrive, only to be met with quite the unwelcome situation. Upon seeing the driver pull up outside, the victim went out to collect her order when she realized the driver was rooting through the fast food bag. The driver, later identified as Alexandra Acosta
imagine you like get your delivery and they just like have the bag and they're like nom, 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 nom. They're just like nomming on your stuff. You're just like, what the just nom, 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 nom. Eating your food that you ordered. They give you like an empty bag. They're like, good choices. That was yummy. Yeah, really, really good choice.
Was allegedly stealing items out of the bag to keep for herself. When the victim realized this, she attempted to confront Aguilar. However, things quickly went off the rails. The 29-year-old allegedly began yelling, screaming, and spitting on her. Things got even stranger when the victim realized that the food wasn't all that Aguilar had taken. It turned out that she was also in the process of stealing hundreds of dollars worth of fall decorations from her front yard as well.
Fall decorations? She was stealing her pumpkin decorations.
Can someone tell Smurfette that we found Papa Smurf after his tequila binge?
Get him, Chris. That was great. So you're telling me that she walked up, ate her food, and then took her Nightmare Before Christmas decorations. What the That's crazy. You want to bet this person was doing this like everywhere and just like reselling it or like returning it or something? Wow, that's kind of wild. That's kind of wild. Just stealing stuff from their front lawn. Like, if you're an Uber delivery driver, most people, I'll just say this, chat. Like for us, we have like a Ring doorbell, so we see all of that stuff. You know, people come to our front doorstep and deliver. Like when I get stuff, you know, for our delivery, I see it happen like a notification on my phone. So that's kind of crazy. Your pumpkins are mine. You know, I've heard that a lot, Cotton. I don't know what people are talking about though. Every time they say that to me.
After loading a bunch of these items, including several plaster pumpkins, into her vehicle,
Not my
Aguilar
pumpkins.
allegedly drove off. Of course, being that Aguilar was tied to the order through the Uber app, she wasn't exactly difficult to find.
Right,
After
exactly.
the victim called police, officers paid her a visit at her Winter Garden home and placed her under arrest. She is now facing one count
she was
of
in Winter
burglary with
Garden.
assault and
Winter Garden's actually pretty nice. I
one
like it
count
there.
of grand theft from a dwelling
Winter Garden is like where all the rich people live, basically, chat.
greater than $100.
Yeah, give me that 20-foot skeleton. It's mine
An
now.
alleged Connecticut tire thief ironically ended up needing his own new set of wheels this week after he was
A tire thief. Chat, why are you going to take the effort to steal tires? It's hard to get tires off. Why wouldn't you take like catalytic converters or something? Like a tire. You're telling me out of all the things in the world, you're stealing tires. That's like, oh, guess what? Guess what? I'm going to steal your milk out of your fridge. Ooh. Like what? That is so
allegedly caught
dumb.
red-handed and tried to flee only to drive right into a police cruiser.
That is so dumb.
The whole thing reportedly began shortly after 2 a.m. on November 5th when police in the city of Farmington found 26-year-old Bryant Serrano trying to steal several tires off of vehicles in the parking lot of a Hampton Inn on Colt Highway.
Like, don't get me wrong. I know tires are expensive, but like, there's so many other parts of cars you can steal very easily. that are worth a lot more, like catalytic converters. So, like, why would you go for tires? That's weird. That is true. They are harder to sell. But I will say this. You can sell the precious metals in catalytic converters and, like, don't have to even worry about getting traced. Yeah, airbags. There's so many things that you can take.
Upon being caught, Serrano ran to his unregistered Toyota Avalon, which was equipped with used plates, and began trying to escape. Unfortunately for him, he didn't make it very far. Not long after leaving the parking lot, he crashed straight into a cruiser being driven by a police officer who was on their way to the scene.
You... You tried to run away and you crashed into the only person that would have caused you a problem. The cop that got called to this scene. There is no way this is real. There is no way this is real. This is crazy, Chad. This is crazy.
Though Serrano's car was disabled, he apparently still wasn't quite ready to give up. He took off on foot into a nearby forest. This did not work, though, as police called in for backup from other law enforcement in the area and quickly set up a perimeter. They then used a drone and a canine team to figure out the 26-year-old exact position and placed him under arrest.
Ooh, got him.
At the time of this recording, Serrano is facing a number of charges, including third-degree larceny, interfering with an officer, reckless driving, failure to renew registration, illegal operation of a motor vehicle without...
I like it on these illegal things, and they hit him with the traffic stuff too. Like, oh, also unregistered vehicle, like, speeding, like, you know what I mean? They just get him with all the small stuff too.
Improper use of marker plates, illegal operation of a motor vehicle under suspension,
they
engaging police in a
him.
Pursuit, and evading responsibility.
They got him good. Yeah, they got him good.
Authorities in Louisiana
overdue for your oil change.
say that a young mother is facing charges this week after she allegedly left her child unattended on a major road late at night, then attempted to falsely report the situation as a kidnapping to cover up what had really happened.
What the f***? Why would you fake a kidnapping? What benefit do you get from faking your own kid's kidnapping? It's not like you can claim insurance money. What diabolical scheme is this? What? Please, somebody tell me what the mom got out of this. Please tell me.
The whole thing began at around 1 a.m. on November 5th when police in the city of Lewis received a call from 24-year-old Artasia Vigs. Vigs stated that she had been in the middle of changing a flat tire near U.S. Route 190 and Industrial Road when her young son had been abducted. She claimed several people had pulled up in an older model truck and had taken off with the boy. When officers came out to investigate, they were relieved to learn that the boy had been located. He had been found by members of the public in the parking lot of a local medical clinic and had some abrasions to his knees but was otherwise unharmed. The thing was, though, the boy had a very different explanation for what had happened that night. He told officers his mom, quote, ran him over and left him at the side of the road. Based on this pretty significant contradiction, authorities questioned the boy and Vigs further. That's when the 24-year-old apparently revealed the truth. Vigs explained that her son had never been kidnapped. Instead, she had lost him. They had been arguing in the car and things had gotten so heated that she pulled over. She said that when this happened, her son jumped out of the car before it came to a stop, which is how he'd been injured. Still, she said she didn't try to go after him and instead let him run off into the night until she eventually lost sight of him. After that, she had driven away and made the call about the kidnapping.
Some people do not deserve to have children. Some people do not need to have children, Chad. This is another instance right here. You do not need to have a child. I don't know how old they were, but it doesn't matter. It sounded like they were kind of young. God, that is so fucked up. There are horrible people in this world, chat.
Following this admission, Vigs was arrested. She is now charged with cruelty to juveniles, child desertion, and false swearing for purpose of violating public health of safety.
God, that is horrible. That is horrible. All right, Florida counter number. Up in one more.
Representatives from the Florida Department of Law Enforcement say that a 64-year-old man is facing charges this week after he allegedly tried to pose as an undercover officer in order to avoid a background check. The whole thing apparently started recently when
I'm an FBI agent. Trust me. I am an FBI agent. Yes, 100%. You don't have to worry about it. Just don't even do this check. In fact, I work for the NRA. I also work for the Avengers. That's right. So don't worry about it. It's all good. It's all good. Avengers level right here. Like what the?
FDLE was contacted by a real estate agency who said that they were trying to confirm an unusual claim that they had received. They said that a man, 64-year-old William Dennis Milstead, had applied to lease a residential property from them. However, he was refusing to complete the normal background check that's part of the process. The reason he was giving was that he was an FDLE agent working, quote, off-grid, and that undergoing the background check could blow his cover. That wasn't all, though.
What?
The real estate agency said that Milstead had submitted a document to them that he claimed he was from the FDLA, explaining all of this.
That is
After
wild.
taking one look at the document, real FDLE officers could see that it was comically fake.
That
thing
is
was riddled
wild.
with spelling and grammatical errors, and Milstead had signed it as coming from the FDLA's, quote, off-grid command unit, which does not appear to be a real thing.
The off-grid woman. Look at this picture. Okay, so wait a second. Why did they not want his background check? Like, why was he trying so hard not to get his background check? Yeah, there's got to be something like really off and odd about that.
The fraudulent letter went on to say that Milstead's employment with the FDLA began in October of 2006, and that he is, quote, 3 years shy of reaching his 20th year retirement. The most ridiculous part of the letter, though, was when Milstead allegedly wrote, quote, I can certify that William Dennis Milstead is a very reputable individual and would be a great compliment and an outstanding citizen to any community that he may reside in. This is funny only because the letter itself was a con, but because the reason Milstead apparently wanted to avoid the background check in the first place was his 13 prior felony arrests. Perhaps unsurprisingly, he has also been charged with impersonating an officer twice before, once in 2002 and once in 2016.
Well, that
Milstead
answers
was
a
booked
lot.
on November 13th and is now facing new charges of falsely impersonating a police officer,
13.
making a false statement to obtain property, and using a two-way communication device to commit a felony.
That's wild. God, I've never even heard of some of those things. Using a two-way device to commit a felony. What was the other one before that? I've never even heard that, like falsely obtaining property. But yeah, no wonder they didn't want to do the background check. Oh my God. All right, let's keep going. Oh, this is the bear one.
I don't know what it is with schemes
This is the bear
involving
one. I love
fake
this
bear
one.
attacks recently, but strangely, we've got another one for you this week, and it might just be the dumbest thing we've come across yet.
I gotta say, chat, this is probably one of the absolute dumbest criminal things I've ever seen in my life. You try to forge something as serious as this, and you have bad grammar. Exactly, like, if you're gonna make a fake document like this, Kabuto, why would you go through all that effort to make sure it's not spelled properly? You're like, I have grammatical, like, correctness to it. That's wild. Thank you for the 5, by the way.
Representatives from the California Department of Insurance say that 4 people have been arrested and are facing fraud charges after they were accused of submitting multiple fraudulent insurance claims in relation to what they claimed were instances of animal-related damage to several high-end vehicles.
Yeah, this is hilarious.
The whole thing apparently began in late January of 2024.
Okay, it was a Rolls Royce,
when one of the insurance companies in question received what they believed was a suspicious claim involving a 2010 Rolls-Royce Ghost. The claim alleged that a bear had gotten inside the vehicle.
How much is that car, chat? A Rolls Royce Ghost. Like, how much does that go for? Because I want to see how bad they're trying to, like, scam all of us. Let's see. Holy Oh my God. Oh my God. No wonder they're trying to scam people. Good Lord. $352,000.
While it was parked overnight in the community of Lake Arrowhead, and that significant damage had been done to the interior. When questioned about the situation, the 4 people responsible sent over a video as proof.
So not only did they not get the insurance claim, but they ruined their $350,000 car.
The insurance company decided to contact police.
Ain't no way, chat.
Here, take a look.
Ain't
Maybe
no way,
you can
chat.
spot why. You can probably tell right away what's going on, but just in case you can't, here's some help. That is not, in fact, a bear scratching up the interior
you can tell
of a
it's a
luxury
person
vehicle.
in a bear
It's a person in a bear costume, and not an especially convincing one at that. It gets even more obvious when you see the supposed scratch marks on the inside of the car. I don't know about you, but I've never heard of an animal that leaves behind exactly evenly spaced scratch marks that all happen to be identical and in a straight line.
Yeah,
Despite
that's
how
so
ridiculous this whole thing was, authorities still had to bring in the proper experts from the California Department of Fish and Wildlife to officially
Oh my God. Imagine wasting all those professionals' time. Oh, hey, can you come and look at this car? Even though we know that you're doing something actually important for the environment, we need you to make sure that this is not this is not an actual bear. That's so f***ing stupid. The 2010 goes for 85K minimum. Wow, even used, that's wild.
They easily did this and also found the bear suit the suspects allegedly used in a property right next to where all of this happened.
Bro,
even so, the suspects successfully ripped...
That's like literally like wearing a Donkey Kong outfit and being like, oh, guess what? Oh, a monkey attacked me! A monkey attacked me! And you're just in a Donkey Kong suit. Ain't no way, ain't no way! Ain't no way! Thank you, Flex, you're very sweet.
Ripped off at least 2 other insurance companies before they were finally caught.
Wait, they did this before?
It's time to stop!
It is time to stop!
Okay? No more!
They did this before twice!
Who are your parents? I'm gonna call Child Protective Services.
They got away with this twice. No way.
Reports there were at least 2 other claims involving different Mercedes vehicles, with the men filing nearly $142,000 worth of total claims.
Holy
shit. Have now been identified as 26-year-old Ruben Tamrazian, 39-year-old Ararat Chirkinian, 32-year-old Vahe Murad Kanyan, and...
Wow, Chad, I just gotta say, watching this video is pretty unbearable. I can barely get through it.
39-year-old Alfia Zuckerman. All 4 are now charged with
insurance
fraud
like the worst
and
bear suit
conspiracy. Unfortunately, though, we still don't have the answer to perhaps the most pressing...
Don't boo me! Don't boo me! I'm Azuki, thank you for following. Don't boo me! You gotta be serious that I'm a shit bear suit. I figured it would do something like better, right? But they didn't even try.
Question in this case. Which one of these suspects was actually in the bear costume?
Of course they were, of course. Florida, here we go, chap! Another Florida moment added to the counter. My puns are barely tolerable. Look, guys, they were just really hoping to get a big payout. You could say it was worth a lot of honey. I don't know, guys. If they would get away with it, they really would have been the bee's knees. Stop bonking me! Stop bonking me!
Authorities in the city of Cape Coral,
TikTok?
Florida, say that a 22-year-old theft suspect made their jobs pretty easy for them this week after it's alleged that she recently shoplifted a bunch of items from a retail store, then got caught after showing off the goods on social media. The whole thing began on November...
Oh no. It's like the lady that robbed the bank and then made YouTube videos about it. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's this exact same situation all over again. I can't believe it. Yeah, oh, look what I stole, ha ha ha.
November 20th, when Cape Coral police received a call from employees at a local Target store. The staff members explained that they had video of a recent theft that had taken place there that they wanted them to investigate. When officers arrived, they were shown surveillance footage from the store, which had been recorded at the end of October. In the video, a woman could be seen stealing a bunch of items after scanning them at the self-checkout area with a false barcode. The woman had made off with 16 items from the store's home and clothing departments, the total value of which was just over $500. After verifying everything, police put up the female suspect's photo on their social media.
Yeah, guys, the one place they have the most security is those self-checkouts. Like, they're going to be on your ass about it so much. So, like, why would you try to steal, especially from there? That's crazy.
Page, hoping that a member of the public would be able to identify her. As
I remember that, Daniel.
They didn't have to wait for long. According to reports, within a day of that post, an anonymous caller reached out to authorities, informing them the woman in question was a TikTok influencer, 22-year-old Marlena Velez.
Bro, you're a TikTok influencer. You're well known on social media, and you're just gonna steal like that? You're putting yourself in like double the spotlight. That's wild. I will tell you this about a lot of retailers, especially Target. What they will do is purposely wait for you to steal multiple times till it adds up to a felony, and then they will catch you and arrest you. Yeah, they purposely will wait for you to up at a higher level because they don't want to just like get you for something small. So it is a really bad idea to steal from Target.
Velez normally makes videos about her life as a mother of 2 kids, but one of her videos in particular stood out.
Yep.
The video was apparently posted on the same day as the Target theft and showed Velez making a trip to the store and picking out items that day. Not only were these some of the same items she is now accused of stealing,
She's got video
she was
evidence.
wearing the same outfit as the female suspect in the store surveillance video.
Oh
After
my
realizing
God.
that Velez posted evidence of the crime to her nearly 300,000 followers, police placed her under arrest.
Oh,
in a
she has a
statement
big
this
account.
week, a spokesperson for the department stated, quote, she
Got him.
essentially incriminated herself. While Velez has now been charged with
She literally just reported herself. It was like an Among Us self-report.
petty theft of more than
That's
$100,
exactly what it was.
but less than $750. Apparently, this is not her first foray into retail
TikTok
theft.
influencer, it makes
Last
sense.
summer,
Yep.
she was arrested after
Absolutely. Look, I would expect this from a TikTok influencer. To be honest, 100%, if you told me out of all categories, I would expect a TikTok influencer. Thank you for the super chat. Yeah, no criminal charges were filed, but I don't want to go on a tangent. Yeah, I would expect that from somebody on Kick too. That's true.
after a similar self-checkout related scheme at Walmart and ended up pleading no contest to stealing $63 worth of kitchen items.
Oh,
She was
she
ordered
had a
to complete
prior.
an anti-theft course and serve 6 months of probation, a sentence which apparently ended just last month. Velez's
That's
first
crazy.
brush with the law
When she went, it just ended, and she's like, yes, perfect. More time for me to steal. Amazing. What a good decision maker out here, Chad.
reportedly happened when she was 17, when she reportedly stole one
Wow.
of her friend's cars and totaled it while they were in high school. During an interview with the friend this week,
Oh,
the
she's
victim
got a
told
record.
reporters that Velez never paid for the damages to her vehicle, and it seemed like she never felt any remorse. She also said of Velez, quote, she's been living recklessly, flaunting a lifestyle that doesn't match her actions.
Wow, wow. Wow. Okay, so I don't feel bad at all, chap. I'm just going to say, based on like her prior stuff, yeah, she literally, her sentence ended, and she's like day one after, like, all right, time to steal. Come on, you had 6 months of this time to like think about your actions and to make yourself a better person. Yeah, you deserve all the charges. I'm sorry, like I have no place in my heart for you on that one. Not at all.
The
Not
public
at all.
got their first look at some pretty wild police body cam footage this week, video which allegedly shows a recent interaction between an officer and a wanted man. It's a situation that started out somewhat
In
amusing,
Michigan.
but which quickly escalated to a potentially deadly incident. The whole thing unfolded on the afternoon of September 19th, when Jackson County Sheriff's Deputy Robert Henderson tried to take 41-year-old James Mitchell Kerr into custody. Kerr was the subject of an arrest warrant after he violated the conditions of his parole by failing to pay child support. The body cam footage
Oh
shows
my gosh. Just pay your child support, man. It's not that hard. Oh my gosh. That's horrible though. I feel really bad for the parents that are raising the children and they don't pay the child support. I feel like it's really, really bad just because like I know a lot of people do that. And I think it's really wrong. Like I know there's like exceptions to that. You know, that everybody's case is different, but for the fact that he was like already violated like his stuff, that's pretty rough, chat. That's pretty rough.
After being led through to the back, he encounters Kerr, who is operating a riding lawnmower.
Well,
The
why are you
deputy
gonna
tries
run?
to explain why he's there, but before he can do so, Kerr begins driving off. The deputy chases Kerr a short distance while he attempts to flee on
He's like in the slowest like device ever, like driving away. What the?
the lawnmower.
It's like a scene out
ignoring
of
several
Austin
commands.
Powers.
It's only after Kerr pulls out his taser and threatens to use it that he finally stops.
That's wild.
At this point, the situation appears to be a stupid, though mostly harmless interaction. That is until Kerr goes to the side of the lawnmower after getting up. Within a split second, he's grabbed a gun and can be seen turning to point it at the deputy.
Oh my god.
Luckily-
Look, this is over child support. Just just go with the police officer. You're really gonna try to shoot another police officer over child support? That is horrible.
Henderson was faster and deployed the taser. Not only was Kerr hit, the subsequent shock he received apparently caused him to shoot himself with his own weapon in the hand. Deputy Henderson immediately called for backup, and Kerr was finally arrested shortly thereafter. In addition to the legal troubles Kerr was already facing, authorities say that he has since been charged with assault with intent to murder, carrying a firearm in the commission of a felony, and resisting arrest. In a statement after the body cam footage was released this week, Jackson County Sheriff Gary Chouette stated in part, quote, "This incident underscores how rapidly a seemingly routine encounter can escalate and the potential dangers deputies face daily. Thankfully, the deputy was unharmed, and the suspect did not sustain serious injuries."
Look, I know that a lot of people don't like police officers and stuff, and you know, I get that. You know, there's past incidents that warrant that opinion, right? But I gotta say, when stuff like this is such a small incident and somebody threatened their life. That is actually crazy. Yeah, he played on a lawnmower, Kabuto. Thank you for the super chat. He's literally like, so slow, like, what the
At the time of this recording, Kerr remains in custody.
Wow. Absolutely crazy. Texas! Oh no, not Texas!
Facing charges in connection with an incident as bizarre as it was dangerous after she reportedly led police on a drunken car chase last week. One that only ended after she whipped around a busy parking lot several times in broad daylight. The whole thing reportedly began at around 2 p.m. on November 14th when a state trooper spotted a woman driving recklessly down Interstate 35 in a white Toyota SUV. The trooper attempted to stop the female driver for a traffic violation. However, rather than pulling over, she sped off. The driver, later identified as 37-year-old Audrey Marie Schneider.
She looks really proud of herself. I'm not gonna lie. She's like, hell yeah, brother. She looks so happy with herself. Oh my God.
Continued through Comal and Bexar counties, ramming into multiple vehicles along the way. Despite this, pursuing officers weren't able to stop her before she turned into the parking lot of San Antonio's Alamo Quarry Market. As you might imagine, the parking lot was crowded with people and other vehicles since it was the middle of the day.
Okay, I know that we made fun of her picture, but everything she did, chat, that's really, really fucking dangerous. Don't do that. Schneider.
Instead,
don't do that.
She kept trying to evade police, driving through the parking lot at a high rate of speed. Footage of the incident captured by stunned onlookers shows Schneider as she continually attempts to outmaneuver officers with seemingly no regard for the people around her. Even after being cornered at one point, she slams into other vehicles and police patrol cars, providing enough room to escape. Perhaps unsurprisingly, in the footage, she can be seen
how happy she is.
Holding what appears to be an alcoholic beverage in her hands.
She thinks she's living a dream.
Came to an end after Schneider jumped out of her SUV barefoot and ran into a salon in the plaza. She was finally arrested here, though not before.
She is out of it. Look at that.
Allegedly attacking the officer who placed her in handcuffs. Even after being restrained, Schneider's bizarre behavior continued. In footage, she can be seen laughing and smiling while being walked to a patrol car. She also apparently attempted to interact with the crowd of witnesses who had gathered, yelling things such as, quote, "I'm back," and "Santa is coming." Thankfully.
I'm back, Santa mother. Santa Claus has come to town. Oh my God. Reasonable crash out.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
I warned you, no
point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points. And may God have mercy on your soul.
That's a classic. My dad used to say that whole thing to me. He used to say that whole line to me. This lady is actually out of it. That's crazy.
It appears no one was injured during the incident, though that seems to be due more to dumb luck than anything else. Schneider is now facing a number of charges, including evading arrest, aggravated assault on a public servant, and driving while intoxicated with an open container of alcohol in her vehicle. According to reports, this is not the 37-year-old's first rodeo, so to speak, when it comes to drunk driving offenses.
What?
In 2017, she was charged with obstruction of a highway while intoxicated, though this was apparently dismissed after she was...
Obstruction of a highway? What? You obstructed a whole highway by yourself?
Obstruction of a highway while intoxicated, though this was apparently dismissed after she was granted deferred adjudication.
Oh, she got lucky the first time.
Before we wrap up...
So that's why the first time she thought she could get away with it because they got adjudicated or whatever. So she's like, oh, block a highway? I'm going to +1 that, baby. That's wild. All right, Chad, so which one out of all of these was the most wild? Which one was the most wild? Was it like the pizza lady? Was it the turtle person? Was it the bag full of drugs? Was it the shooter? Was it this weird Jesus religious nut guy? Was it the Uber one? I think it might have to be the drug one. The drug one is pretty wild. Yeah, I think I'm going to give it to the drug one. The lawnmower one is pretty crazy, to the fact that he's going to drive away on a lawnmower. There's got to be some kind of like southern redneck joke in there somewhere. Like the bear one is wild. I feel like I would be more partial to that one if I hadn't already seen that one or knew about it. But that one is definitely up there. I agree with you guys 100%. That one is actually wild.